And is just reminding us all to watch the Paralympics when it starts later next week.
And it's so unfortunate they don't get funded because it means so much to people to get out there and be able to do something.
Yeah.
Right, well, that's it from us today.
This week, in fact.
I know, yes.
Thank you, Dawn. I've loved having you here.
It's been good fun, absolutely. Now, up next is A Good Afternoon Britain with Patrick and Emily. Don't go too far, but I think before that we have the...
That's very cool. As long as I didn't think you were Andrew Pearce.
Entirely possible.
Right,
Charles.
Listen, Home and Security Head Mark White is with us.
For you with Mark White, but loads of you have been getting in touch about the GCSE results, so congratulations to everybody out there. I mean, Paul...
That line.
I didn't mess it.
I just say that some youths...
Scrolling down.
Waste their lives racing cars around the streets or standing on a street corner, smoking and selling drugs.
That's enough about us, Bev. What about everybody else? That's enough about us, Bev. What about everybody else?
I'm with you, Aaron. We do need to get kids off the street corners and back into classrooms or doing at least something. We've got a record number of young people not in education, work or training at the moment. So...
And this one is completely not connected, but I just had a shock.
It's so gullible. Well, these figures, Patrick, are... basically, for up to June 2024, for the last 12 months, this is immigration, legal and illegal migration, asylum seekers, refugees. So I don't think these are necessarily manipulated in the way. What will be interesting to see is how Labour managed to spin this story to some degree.
Yeah, as most of these schemes were set up by the Conservative government previously, but also on the love-gut relationship story. A lot of you...
Person attractive and sexy. And then he says, Bev, you, Dawn and Carol Malone are extremely attractive and I'm only a recycled teenager.
Bless. Oh, thank you very much. Do keep them coming in, won't you? Especially
more
ones like that. Yes, absolutely.
And here we go. What else have we been saying? We were talking about the fact that we're in Clacton this morning. Andy's saying, why are you in Clacton when it comes to immigration? But of course, and he says, I thought it was Labour and Starmer you should be chasing, but of course no Labour MP will talk to GB News. I think it can be confirmed that Starmer and Rachel Reeves are in hiding. Not necessarily true that they won't talk to us, but obviously Clacton is the home of... Talk to GB News. I think it can be confirmed that Starmer and Rachel Reeves are in hiding. Not necessarily true that they won't talk to us, but obviously Clacton is the home of Nigel Farage in terms of his constituency. We know that a lot of people voted for reform because they have strong opinions on this, and similarly voted for Brexit because they had strong opinions on wanting to reduce the amount of legal migration and possibly illegal, but I think the legal migration is much more interesting and much more meaningful, actually, in terms of the effect that it has on whether you can see your GP or get a house or you feel the roads are too busy, etc. Those are the big figures. Yeah,
no, it is. And we'd be very interested to see what the government say. Now, talking of them, the government has released their quarterly migration figures. Legal migration is down, whilst the illegal migration remains steady. So joining us now is a GB News reporter,